The other tip I want to give everybody is even though my 2 weeks of schedule was right underneath my workout charts, when I'm scheduling with you, I'm facing you. And I'll say, okay, Lawrence, great workout today. When do you want to come in next? How's Thursday, Pete? Flip up. I already have you written in for Thursday because those are probably your days, right? I'm like, yep, I got you in. You're all set. I do not let you see my schedule ever. Okay. And let me tell you why. First of all, I don't want you to know about my money and my business in detail. You could know that there was a client before you and a client after you. That's all you should know. If I have no schedule, right? I've seen trainers do this. I saw a trainer once go like this, flip up to his schedule, turn around and show it to the client and say, I got all this availability. What do you want? Well, that makes you look like a loser. That the expression, fake it until you make it, right?
Yeah.
Schedule people as tightly as you can in the beginning so you at least look busy. If you got 3 clients that day, try to get them back to back. So there's a little bit of an energy and a momentum going, and you can build on that and you will get better referrals that way. If they look at your schedule and it's empty, you're like, well, maybe I should ask this guy for a discount or something because clearly he's not booked, right? He's not going to demand it. So you don't want to be judged that way. The opposite. My schedule is packed. I mean, I've in a 2 week schedule, there are literally 240 appointments on one sheet of paper, give or take 10. Okay. I don't want them seeing that. You know why? I don't want them doing the math. Holy cow. You know what? I knew he was busy, but I figured he was making this and that didn't bother me. You're like, oh, my trainer's successful. And they kind of left it at that. Kind of like my 90-second sets. They won't do the math. But if they saw a packed schedule like that, they will actually go home, break out a calculator and start, I'm paying him too much. Like, oh my God, he's making that. He's
Would they
making more.
know? Would they know, or would they see he's so busy, he's so in demand? Of course, I'm paying him that.
I want them to see I'm busy and in demand by my waiting room. I don't want them to see numbers on paper, numbers and names on paper. And on top of that, I don't want anybody to see anybody else's name for privacy reasons. What if there's a celebrity? Oh, is he coming in? Can I come in right after? No, because you're going to ask for an autograph or a picture or something stupid, and they ask for privacy. So the answer is no, just the fact that you asked them.
Yeah.
So there's lots of reasons, but I don't want people doing the math. You imagine somebody going to medical school and having $500,000 in student loans and making about $500,000 a year as a doctor and finding out that I'm making 7 figures a year and
Yeah, I
didn't
guess
go
so.
to and don't have $500,000 in student loans
Yeah.
right away. Now, in all fairness, doc, you don't pay the hospital electric bill, right? You have
Right.
a desk there, which they don't do that. But right away, they're judging and they're a little upset with that. I worked my ass off to be a surgeon and you're making 7 figures a year. Like that's a problem. I just don't want any of those problems. So I avoided it completely. You don't see my schedule either way.
Yeah.
My schedule is organized for a minimum of 28 appointments. My personal schedule had 15-minute slots. But up until I converted to 15 minutes, which I don't encourage anybody to do unless you need to do it. The 30-minute slots, I would have 28 of them in a day. I was kind of looking to put 20 to 24 in there, which means I have 4 to 6 open spots. Great. I love them. They are for bathroom breaks. I cut another cup of coffee. I can run down to the deli and get a cup of coffee. In 30 minutes, you could do a lot, right? Sit down for 5 minutes and check your email, text your partner, check on your kids. Like there's so much you could do
Go
with
for
30
a
minutes.
walk in nature, a
Yeah.
walk in a park.
We actually I was on we were in a Manhattan office building. I was one of the very few people in the building to have an outdoor deck.
Oh, lovely.
I go out on the deck on a sunny day with my coffee. We had table and chairs out there, and you could see down 55th Street, and it was really cool. I sit out there for 5 minutes and with the plants and have a sip of coffee. 30-minute breaks are great.
Yeah.
And if somebody canceled, you got another one and got paid for it. That was the ultimate. Love that.
That's so funny. It's just so counterintuitive because another viewpoint is, oh, I'm sad that that person didn't come in for their medicine, their great training session. But you're like, no, I've got extra time to chill out.
It was an extra break. If I can get 4, 6, 8 of those in a day, it just made it so much easier. And then if there was the screw ups, and there's always 2 or 3 a day in my 20 to 30 appointment schedule with Pete, I got called into a meeting at 5 p.m. Can you bump me out somewhere? And the answer is always yes. I always want to say yes. So yeah, I got something at 6 to 6:15. Will that work for you? Can you be here at 5:55? Yes, thank you. And I just erase and move it. It's not a canceled. It's not, I switch it. Okay. Can I be a jerk about it and say, no, 5 o'clock, you're not making it. You're charged. How's tomorrow? And try to book the, yeah, I could do that. And I have done that when people need to be reeled in. But for the most part, I want to be yes. I want it to always be yes. I got you. Everything's fine. Slow down. It's a 15-minute session. I have 9 minutes worth of exercise scheduled for you. Take your time. We got all the time in the world to get this in. I am scheduled to the second at that point, and it's easy. It's not a lot of pressure if you're organized. If you're not organized, it's a nightmare, and
Yeah.
you can't do it. And I've worked with trainers with this, Lawrence. The guy who's like, I started getting too many appointments. First of all, hey, slow down, pal. There is no such thing as too many appointments or too much money. And if you think there is, you need therapy, and we're not on the same page. But I
Stop the
hear
coaching.
you're getting a little overwhelmed, which means you're not organized and you're not prepared for somebody walking in 10 minutes late for a 15-minute session, right? You don't have it down and you don't have the confidence. What would I do? Somebody walks in, I've got 5 p.m. and 5:15 p.m. scheduled. My 5:15 walked in the door at 5 o'clock and sat down. They're 15 minutes ahead. My 5 o'clock appointment texted me and said, I'm running 15 minutes late. No problem. I'll take you at 5:15. Hey, Bob, mind if I take you first? 5:15 is running late. I'm just going to switch you out. You're here. Have you sat for a minute? You have water. I don't want to rush it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I won't rush them. I'll actually walk them in and make a little conversation for 2 or 3 minutes, which is a long time, and sit them down and get them warmed up. And then we'll hit it 9 minutes worth of workout. And I'm still done 1 or 2 minutes before the 5:15 guy came in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then he thanked the client. Then I switched to before him. And now we're all way ahead of schedule and everything is fine. Everything worked out well. Or I bump that guy out to 5:45, where I always keep a spare spot.
Yeah.
So it's easy if you're organized, easy, and it's slow and it's relaxed. And anytime you walked in for a session with me, I don't care if you were late or if you were early, the vibe you got from me is you got all the time in the world. Have a seat. How you doing? What's going on with you? My job was to get your stress level to come down. I wanted you to be happy to see me. I did not want to create another stress for you. If I'm just one more stress in your schedule, I'm really getting paid a lot of money to just be another stress in your life. So eventually you start deleting stresses in your life. Well, I can't get rid of the kids. I got to keep those until at least 18, right? Train them. I'm paying this guy a fortune. Get rid of him and save money. And I can go to the gym when I get to the gym and it won't be a stress, which we all know isn't going to work out. So I need to up my customer service level. But yeah, let's go back to this again, Lawrence. You have to be organized if you want to be successful.